Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chrisley knows best. Nanny Faye and Todd Chrisley finally return with their cute banter. Waited so long. Todd Chrisley has reunited with his family and mom, Faye Chrisley. He and the latter are pretty popular for their savage responses and cute banter. The Chrisley Knows Best stars have entertained viewers for several years with their adorable bonding moments. Unfortunately, Todd and his wife, Julie, had to go behind bars for the bank fraud and tax evasion case. The duo spent more than 2 years in different facilities. The reality TV stars are finally out of prison, thanks to President Trump for pardoning them. Fans felt that Nanny Faye had lost her sense of humor over the years. She disappeared from the public eye and prayed to reunite with her son and daughter-in-law. Well, the USA Network star appears to have returned with her savageness and funny banter with Todd. What are they up to now? How did fans react? Chrisley Knows Best. Nanny Faye and family attend the poker tour. Chrisley Knows Best stars Todd and Julie Chrisley are slowly returning to the limelight. After the pardon from the president, they have been taking steps to create new memories with their family. The USA Network stars have been giving back-to-back interviews and doing photo shoots. Fans were surprised when the family confirmed their appearance at Celebrity Poker Tour. Todd, Julie, Savannah, and Nanny Faye are all set to make their way to the show in July 2025. Fans were excited to see the family back on screens on the exciting show. They already believe Nanny Faye would be unbeatable. Julie and Chrisley told their fans to be ready with their popcorn bags for a fun night. Viewers are already sure it's going to be a fun night watching the family together, especially Todd's mom. Chrisley Knows Best. Todd and Nanny Faye win hearts with funny exchange. Todd Chrisley and Nanny Faye are at it again. They don't mind roasting each other with their savageness. However, fans were missing the duo and their funny banter on TV. Recently, the USA Network stars made their grand return through a funny video. Todd posted a new clip of his mom getting ready for something special. Hence, Todd wanted to know where Nanny Faye was going. The latter told him about going to his favorite place, but her son felt she should visit church at this age and pray. Faye declared she thanks God every day. Todd stated, "No, you thank him for giving you the good health and a car to get to Indiana." Fans were quick to understand Nanny Faye was talking about a casino. They already know about his addiction to casinos. The Chrisley Knows Best star asked what Jesus would do and felt he would probably go with her, so Todd expressed that his mom really needs Jesus. Fans also loved the funny exchange between the duo. One user said, "I've waited so long for these videos." Another user called Todd's mom a national treasure. Fans also wanted to know how Nanny Faye managed to look so gorgeous every time. They also want to see her more on TV for more fun moments. Others admitted how much they missed the family and their craziness. Keep returning to TV season and spoilers for more tea on Todd and Nanny Faye's funny. After months of uncertainty, courtroom drama, and family heartache, the Chrisley family has delivered the feel-good comeback we didn't know we needed. Today, in a moment that sent fans into a flurry of joy and tears, Chrisley Knows Best officially returned with a surprise episode, and leading the charge were none other than the indomitable Nanny Faye and her once silenced son, Todd Chrisley. Their trademark banter? As strong as ever. The screen faded into the familiar sight of the Chrisley Nashville estate, but this time things felt different, calmer, warmer. A fresh new energy surrounded the home, and as the cameras zoomed in on the porch, there they were, Nanny Faye in a leopard print jacket, sipping sweet tea, and Todd, leaner, wiser, yet unmistakably himself, sitting beside her in an impeccably tailored outfit. "Well, well, well," Todd quipped as he crossed his legs and adjusted his sunglasses. "The king is back, and Mama brought the sass." Nanny Faye chuckled, reaching over to give Todd's arm a gentle slap. "Don't flatter yourself, baby." The real star of this show never left. Fans erupted on social media almost instantly. #ChrysLeyReturns began trending within the hour as snippets of Todd and Faye's banter flooded timelines. Viewers had waited so long for this. The laughter, the chemistry, the fierce love of a mother and son who had been through the fire and lived to tell the tale. The episode dove headfirst into the thick of what life had been like since Todd's release. It didn't shy away from the hard topics, prison, family betrayal, strained trust. But it was handled with the signature Chrisley blend of honesty, grace, Todd said in a confessional interview during the episode, "Being in prison gives you time. Time to think, time to hurt, time to pray, but you know what it doesn't give you? Time with your mama. And Lord knows I missed my mama." Nanny Faye wiped away a tear in that same scene, her voice cracking slightly. "Every single day I prayed for my boy. I told God, you better not take him before me, and here we are. He's back. I can fuss at him again, it's a blessing." One of the standout scenes, and the one that had fans quoting lines left and right, was when Nanny Faye challenged Todd to a freedom celebration game of cornhole in the backyard. "If you win, I'll make you banana pudding," she said, squinting up at him. "But if I win, you're gonna let me drive that fancy new SUV around town with no supervision." Todd gasped dramatically. "Mama, you nearly mowed down the Chick-fil-A drive-thru last time." "I was aiming for the lemonade stand, not the building." "Calm down," she fired back with a grin. Todd groaned, but ultimately accepted. "All right, let the games begin. But don't say I didn't warn you when you throw your back out trying to beat me." The two played like old times, bickering lovingly between tosses, making jokes about each other's form, and ultimately ending in a tie, because of course it did. That moment didn't just mark the return of a TV show, it marked the return of a bond that had survived trials few families could withstand. Chase and Savannah made brief appearances, sharing how emotional it was to see their dad and Nanny Faye reconnect in front of the cameras. "She's been holding this family up," Savannah admitted in a confessional. "And now that Dad's home, it's like the last puzzle piece finally clicked back into place." "She didn't let us fall apart," Chase added. "Even when she was hurting, even when she was tired, she's our heartbeat." What truly brought the episode full circle, though, was the final scene. Nanny Faye and Todd sitting on the porch at sunset, talking about nothing and everything. "You remember that time you tried to teach me how to drive stick shift?" Todd asked. "You mean the time you burned out my entire clutch, 'cause you were showing off for that cheerleader?" She countered with a raised eyebrow. "Allegedly," he said with a smirk. The two burst into laughter, their cackles echoing across the property, just as they always had. The sun dipped below the horizon, but it felt like a dawn for the Chrisleys, a new beginning that wasn't about perfection, but about grace. In a heartfelt closing voiceover, Todd said, "People are gonna talk, they're gonna judge. But the only people who get to define our family is us. And as long as I've got Mama Faye beside me, I can face anything. We've waited so long for this, and we're just getting started."